Hey, you want to hear my impression of a bird? Tweet, dang it! Tweet! Welcome back, I am Dread Canary, and this is a series that I'm currently calling Prepping for Columbus, in which we're playing the Aztecs in Europa Universalis 4, getting ready to repel the colonizing invaders when they arrive. I think last time I saw a notification saying that Portugal had claimed one of my provinces, which means they're here, even if I can't see them. But it does mean that I should probably start consolidating power. Now, last time was a whole lot of watching my inflation go up, and very much improving my provinces so I could get access to colonialism. Great. So now I have advanced provinces. I've got tech almost on par with that of Europe. We have got claims on 3 of our neighbors, as well as an alliance with one of them. And then these 2 are my vassal states, so they have to do my bidding. Wahahaha. Which means it is time to go to war. And I expect that this episode is going to be entirely warfare. And kind of just crushing unfair warfare because of what we've been doing. So first we're going to recruit a general. Oh, hey, siege. Wow, that's a good siege modifier. So I don't understand all the modifiers. I know maneuver has to do with like how fast you can move. Siege is how good you are at taking forts. I think shock and fire have to do with in-combat stats. But what we're going to do is we are going to take this army, we're going to march it here. It's going to take attrition, because right now I have 3 good provinces. Actually, you know what? Let's just march it here. That should be in... where's this river connect? Yeah. So we get a bonus if... well, we don't get a penalty if we come from here. But we've upgraded this territory, so it's pretty good. This territory is pretty good. This territory is pretty good. But the rest of my territories are kind of undeveloped backwaters. I mean, I guess this guy's not that much of a backwater, but most of them are underdeveloped backwaters. So let's go ahead and just march here. We will advance time. He'll get there. And of course, we have claims on these territories among our neighbors. But fortunately, these guys are allied with these guys. Yucatan. Yeah, okay, I did that right. Whereas this is its own set of alliances. So I will be able to fight 2 separate wars without having to run into any truce issues, and we'll be able to claim territory. Now, in this first war, I don't really want, like, I don't care about these guys. They're too far away for me to take their land from them. So the best I can do is get monetary concessions. And I don't really need that because I have so much money and I've got inflation problems. And claiming money will give me more inflation problems, which I can't really fix. So let's just go ahead and declare war. Hey, yeah, and we're going to say that the plan is to take this. I don't think I'm going to call my ally for this one. Because the thing is, when you call in your ally's not willing to fight in another war afterward with you for 10 years. If you get attacked, they'll show up. But if you are going on the offensive, they won't. And since I expected this other war to be bigger, we're not going to call them in. Besides, they have 16,000 all infantry. I have 10,000 more infantry than that, plus I've got horses, and somehow I figured out how to make cannon using my gold mines. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to say that our goal is to take this territory here. Just go ahead and confirm that. And we are at war. So, yep, let's go ahead and send these in. And because of our siege modifiers and our tech advancements, we've got a 14% chance of winning in the first month, which is massive. Our 2 vassals don't have a choice. They have to show up to all of our wars. Let's go ahead and improve relations here. These guys have 9,000 troops total. Oh, wow. That was a big jump. They have 9,000 troops total. So they're not going to be able to do anything. Like, my vassals can basically equal them on their own without my help. Oh my word. This is... This war is falling... Oh, they're going after the secondaries? Okay, I guess they asked... They must have asked for military access to be able to walk through, because I'm not asking for it. That uses a diplomatic relations slot that I don't want to use. So, let's just go ahead and attack. Sure, it's in the mountains, so they get a massive defensive bonus. But I have twice the number of troops, plus I have cannon. And the reason cannon matter is because when you look at a battle, they have one row of infantry, and their one row of infantry can only do damage directly across from them, right? But I also have infantry, and then I have cavalry that can attack from the sides. My allies' infantry show up, but they don't really matter. But then I've also got cannon that can do damage to them as well. So I've got, for most of their troops, I have twice as many troops doing damage as they have doing damage to me. Which means they're going to collapse pretty quickly. They're taking... Okay. During combat, each side rolls a dice, and then the relative strength of those dice rolls determines how well you do. And I'm taking a -2 because I'm attacking into cannon in a mountain. But I've got a +1 from my leader, so I've got a -1 on my roll. And I still have such a better set of advantages that I'm doing twice as much damage to them as they are to me with every fight. It is a lot. They have 4,000 troops left. So what we're going to do... is we are going to carpet siege these guys. I don't know what the official term is. But when I say carpet siege, I mean that we're going to siege down basically all of their territory at once. And then I suspect that their army is going to go up there. Now, this could be highly dangerous if I was fighting against someone who had more troops than this, or if I thought that their allies could get here in time. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This white flag means that they lost a fight horribly, okay? And that means that they have to get to safe ground so that they can recover their morale. And they're retreating to these guys' territories, and these guys are retreating to my territory. Oh, they are getting raffle stomped. This is real bad for them. Okay, these are guys are going to this zone. So let's go there and try to intercept them. Okay. No, not those. Those should go that way. These guys should go this way. So they recover. They've got super low morale, and morale is kind of like army hit points. Technically, they also have men which can die, but morale is bad. Now the problem is they outnumber me 2-1, but I've got a lot better morale. But I might still lose. I don't know how that's gonna go. They're offering me peace already. Sorry, boys. This is not happening. Well, they lost to an army half their size because they came into it with almost no morale. Okay. Well, that's silly. So, these guys now have 4,000 troops, with 13,000 in the bank, and they've got one boat. But they have no territory under their own control, which means they cannot make any new troops. They have to siege one of these down in order to get it back, which is why I'm marching my army back home. And because we own the territory we want, every month we're going to get a 0.4 more war score, which is great. It's just fantastic. We're going to just keep getting war score. Meanwhile, my allies have taken one of these guys' territory. So, since I don't want anything from these guys... Okay, they won't do it. They won't take a white peace. They won't take a peace that says, hey, just get out of the war and I don't demand anything else from you. Fine. Fine. You won't take a white peace? I'll give you a terrible peace. That is fine by me. I don't mind. Let's go ahead and merge all of my army. So we have a total of 26. We got 25.3. It'll take it a couple of months to regenerate. And the enemy has a total of 9,000 all infantry. So what I'm going to do is we're going to split off a token force. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because my territories are so much more developed, enemy territories can't support our sheer numbers. So, rather than lose people just to the terrain, we're only going to send 14 down. But they should have the general with them. Yeah. So we're going to leave basically half our army behind and send half our army to deal with these guys. Which, again, they have 9,000, which technically is wider than what I just sent down. But I also have 2 rows, so I do more damage. Monthly war exhaustion and leaders without upkeep. Or hold out to get... Yeah, we're going to hold out to get our admin tech up. And actually, we're going to need admin to govern the territory that I'm about to claim. Oh, everything uses the same monarch points. Excuse me. I don't want you recovering morale in territory that I've claimed. So let's send the other half of the army up here to deal with them. Oh, they're going into the mountains. Love that. Oh, I love that so much. So we just went up there and killed their entire army. Losing almost nothing. Like, we've still got... Yeah. We lost 300 troops total, and some of that we had lost before we chased them down. Meanwhile, the presence of cannon here, where no one in South America has cannon at this point. My allies have taken that territory, so this is the only thing they have. Sure, let's take some more inflation, it's fine. Hi guys, let's sue for peace. So, okay. I can't claim your territory. That's okay, though. I'm gonna make you give this back to whoever the Zotsil are. I don't care who the Zotsil are. I'm just gonna make you give it back. Oh yeah, heck yeah. I can't force your religion. Kill. Oh my word. Oh my word. They're defending against 3 wars. They're defending against 3 wars. Oh, you poor guys. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We're not gonna make you... Actually, can we just force your religion? No. Okay. It's fine. We're not gonna force your religion. We're gonna make you give back this territory. And then we're just gonna leave. Thank you. So we will send our troops back home. They're exiled now because I'm not at war, so I don't have permission to be there. I don't want you guys having any troops recovering or reclaiming any of the land that I've taken from you. But since I've got 100%, you should be offering me an unconditional surrender soon. Ah, there it is, yes. Okay, now, what was the thing specifically? They just want that one territory, but we gained a bunch of claims. Okay. So, let's go ahead and sue for peace. And we're going to claim this because it's the war goal. Plus that. And this and this. And that causes almost no overextension because of how much development I have. I could make them release nations. We could force their religion. And we could make them be a vassal. Let's do both of those. And then we're going to do this, just in case they break free. So I have a land bridge to my other vassals. Let's see here. So they're going... Okay. So they're going to give me 5 territories. They're going to become my vassal. They're going to... And then people around me are going to be super scared of the fact that I'm expanding. But the people who are going to be scared of me the most are going to be the people I'm about to declare war on basically the next day. We're going to gain a bunch of prestige. And land ownership changes. Sounds fantastic. Fine. Now, let's do this. Now, it's going to cost admin score for us to take control of that land directly, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do so. And then we're going to send our troops back home. And let's fabricate claims on the last territory that we can here. Stop building spy network. Like, they're 5, 6. I'm 6, 7, 8. There's a massive tech gap between me and these guys. And then these guys are 5, 6, 7, which is still a pretty big tech gap. So let's go ahead and do that. But my point is, I'm not going to need the siege bonus that you get from having spies in their territory. So that's fine. And let's go ahead and we're going to save 1 for improving. Yeah, they want to break free. They don't like being my vassal. But you know what? I don't care. Okay, now the war is going to be against these guys because I want to totally annex them. How many relations can I have? I can have 5. And I've got 4 right now, which is great, so I can vassalize these guys too. Love it. Well, maybe. These guys aren't the primary... How do I want to do this? Okay, now I'm going to take territory from these guys, and I'm going to vassalize them. Because eventually I can use diplomacy to claim territory from vassals instead of administrative power, so that I'm not putting it all on the admin power. Love that. Okay. Sounds good. We've got a plan. It's July. Let's go ahead and declare war on... Well, first off, let's see what these guys want. They want me to raise manpower in Texcoco, and they'll just give me more manpower. They want inflation less than 5. You and me both, brother. That would be great. And you want me to raise tax. Okay, let's go with this, because it seems the most doable. We can't seize land when we're at war, but I'm not willing to wait a year to start this next war, so we're not gonna. Let's just go ahead and declare war on these guys. We're gonna say that we want Tlaxcala. We're gonna call in our allies just to crush them. Hey, they actually have horses. That's beautiful. Now, their capital is down here, so we're just gonna start at the top and work our way down. And again, my vassals have to come to war. I've asked my allies to come to war because this is going to be the bigger one. It's going to be fine. Like, so, because they have allies, we're at war with the guys that I'm actively attacking, but also the coastal people I've been making claims on, which is why I've been making claims. And then the Mixtec, who used to be my allies, and who I'm largely going to just kick out of the war and leave alone afterward. That is the point. You can invest in an idea, But I don't want to because I'm still saving up for tech, plus I'm going to need admin points for claiming the territory of these guys at the end of this war. Okay, that's our first 2 provinces. Looks like my allies have decided to claim that for me, so we can work on the capital. Oh, they have a lot of troops there. Okay. Okay, yeah, but my allies showed up. Yes. Okay. So, they're going that way. Where could you be going? Okay. The reason I'm chasing them is because I want to get them when their morale is still low. So that if I can get them when their morale is still low, we can basically wipe them out without having to risk many more of our own troops. They're going here. No, they're going here. We outnumber them. We've got massive reserves. We're gaining more troops than they are every month. So this should be a much easier fight. Yeah, there we go. They're losing 6 times our troops. Okay, so now they're running away again. We're just going to keep chasing them. I don't know where they could be going now. Oh, I love that. Yes. Meanwhile, my vassals are just sitting here. Sieging down forts. Oh, they started fighting them without me. That's bold. And we got a stack wipe, which is when you wipe out a complete stack and they don't get to retreat. That's brilliant. Now, if I claim this, then we will get corruption. So I'm going to hold off. You can hold up to 999 without any waste. So we'll go ahead and hold that 999. Let's go ahead and cut this in half. We're going to take the half with the general and siege that. We're going to cut this in half. Send half here. And that will get the war leader completely out of this war. They're down to 5,000 total troops. They have 1. They have 4. So, pretty good. Huge fish in a small pond. Now, these guys didn't show up for the war because they have high liberty desire. They hate me, and they don't want to be here. But you know what? They have to be here. We're just going to send our diplomats to make them like me. Or threaten them. I don't know exactly what improving relations does, but it's effective. Whatever it is, it makes them not want to leave. So, they're not going to want to leave. So we have completely claimed this territory. Like, all of that is being occupied by us, so they cannot produce troops unless one of the other two allies show up and siege it back down and take it from me. Which, you know what, let's send this up here. Where are you guys going? Are they retreating into the mountains? They might be retreating into the mountains. Yeah, they're retreating all the way into the mountains. That's rough. Okay, you know what? There's only one guy over there. This has a fort and it can sustain our numbers, so we're gonna go that way. And basically what we're doing here is just taking these guys out of the fight. Next, I'm gonna claim all of the claimed provinces, and at that point, I still need to leave these guys available to be vassalized. I might fully annex these guys, which would do like crazy numbers to my aggressive expansion score, which would cause everyone around me to hate me. But the people around me are mostly my vassals, where they're coming from this direction, and I think I can hold them off. We control the province, that's great. Go ahead and go that way. Yeah, they hate me so much. But that's fine. Like, we don't mind that at all. Hey! Now the problem with taking this is that I'm going to need admin points in order to claim the territory that I'm about to claim. But on the other hand, I'd really like to get better tech. So, I think the tech's more important. Yeah. I think I can deal with instability so I can stay up on tech. That seems better. Let's go ahead and merge this. We have an unconditional surrender? Guys, I don't want you to surrender yet. We do have a 100% war score. You know what? No. I came into this looking for some specific provinces, and we're not going to leave until we can get them. And if it makes my people, you know, get tired of the war faster, that's fine. They can do that. We're going to stay in this war until I've got all 4 of these sieged down. Now, the great thing is these will only take a month. This is the big one. And, like, I've got some cannon there. It should be fine. Actually, let's send him all of our cannon. Because you only need 1,000, if it's an undefended province, you only need 1,000 troops to be able to claim a territory. Hey, we can spend money to gain a bunch of tax base. Absolutely, let's do that. And we're going to invest in... I can't invest in tech. Why does this price keep going up? There it goes. Now we can invest in tech, which will allow us to get a second group of ideas. And I want to spread out what we're doing. I think I want... Let's see. Exploration gives us a colonist. expansion would give us more of a colonist, but I don't want to use another group of administrative, which maybe I should have done that first if I wanted an early colonist. Let's see, exploration. No, that's not good. We shouldn't do that. Maybe quality ideas? Yeah. I like the idea of quality ideas. And since quality ideas are our highest tech right now, I mean, I guess they're only at 8, so let's go ahead and pop them up to 9. There we go. Okay, so that's one of them. That's the other one. And then we just have to wait for this to fall, and that should be enough to get everything I want from there. Let's go ahead and send these guys down this way anyway. Meanwhile, my unhappy vassals are losing their only troops to these guys because they didn't, you know, show up to my war. That's hilarious. Defenders desert, so we're at 35% chance. Yeah. Calls for peace are being heard throughout my nation because the enemy has essentially surrendered and I'm not stopping the fight. So the game does encourage you to end wars, but we're so close to just getting everything I want from these guys that I'm not willing to end the war now. Like, we've got a 50% chance, not quite, but you know what I'm saying. We get a 50% chance, essentially, of winning the siege every, okay, now it's 2/3 every month. So, I think we can handle some high war score, war exhaustion. If we need to. Oh, they're sieging that? They're sieging my angry vassal. That's hilarious. Yeah, we can't get higher than 64%. That is the cap in that territory, so it's just a question of waiting it out, and we're consistently rolling poorly. Oh. Yeah, I weakened them, so another neighbor took advantage of the opportunity to attack. That's beautiful. There we go. Wait. Tarascan wins the siege? Oh man, that's disappointing as heck. Okay, let's sue for peace. See, now I can't claim this, because if I claim it, it'll go to my ally. And I don't want that, so we're not doing that. But I can still claim all of those, which is great. In fact, I can also probably claim this. Maybe not quite. Oh, I can't get the rest of it either. Okay. Well, you can keep that. That's fine. We won't transfer trade power. I can't make you release that nation. Yeah, I guess that's going to be enough. We'll just claim 2. And that's good. It won't hurt my overextension as much that way. I should have done the other one first. But then I have to wait a day. There we go. And then when we sue for peace here, you are going to be my vassal. And that's it. You're just going to be my vassal. I don't really care about money. Because, like, yeah. Fine. Great. Love it. So we'll send all of our troops back home. And that was it. In, what, half an hour? We have won 2 wars, and basically doubled our land, and also vastly increased the number of vassals that we have. Just, we have so many. Yeah, sure, you can move through our lands because you're at war with them. I don't mind. But the important part, the reason I really wanted this territory is now I have access to this side of the sea. And now we've got basically the ability to make ships to patrol this seaport and increase our trade power here. Which is massive. It's just such a good bonus. We are now out of war. Right. Yes. You wanted us to increase the tax here, which is going to take admin power, which I don't have. That's okay. We should be fine. So we do this. And of course, with all this new territory, we have the ability to get even more troops, which, great. We got an uprising. Where? I don't see an uprising. I don't know where that was. Awkward. But we do need to improve relations because these guys hate us. Let's go ahead and spare no expense. Let's go ahead and core this last territory. And what was the agenda? Texcoco. Manpower 4. Very cool. So now everyone's over 50% loyalty, which means I can steal land. And there we go. So I should probably improve relations with this ally. We're going to speed up time. And let's take a look at our inflation. Our inflation is still going up by quite a lot. Not wonderful. If I go to trade, we can... No, if I go to trade goods, I can see what every territory controls. So we are making gold in most of our home provinces. We just annexed another gold. Are you serious? So many gold mines. But we've got a lot of sugar either in our vassal or in our territory. Oh, wow. So much sugar. Look at that. That's a ton of sugar. Fish. Okay, that's a new one. We got dyes now. I think... Yeah. So, being able to... Oh, and grain. Yes. Yes. Being able to make things that are not gold will help us move our reliance off of gold. And hey, we've got a succession. That's a 10 out of a max of 18, so that's a decent king. Not as good as our current king, but a decent king. Due to reaching maximum. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and do the rounds of improving relations with all of our vassals. Now, normally you can improve relations up to 100, but vassals can be improved up to 200, which is great. Yeah, sure, you can go through a territory, we don't mind. Get another tech? Yes, absolutely. Now we can build shipyards, which will let us have more ships, which pretty big. I don't want to develop these guys yet because I'm going to want to force institutions on them. But building shipyards is going to be huge for us being able to fight, say, the Portuguese and kick them out of the Caribbean, which we're going to need to be able to do. We're going to have to do that soon. Okay. Make a state. Core all. Make a state. Core all. Can we 25, 27. So we're basically waiting to 15, 27 to do anything there. Excellent. Make a state. Core all. Are you kidding me? Our kings die so young. Alright. Well, that's fine, I guess. Okay. Didn't even need me. Didn't even need me. Pretty great. Our inflation is still going up. I could push it down. We need to catch up on tech. Courthouse. Okay. Courthouse is pretty cool to have. Governing capacity will let us hold more. So basically there's a certain amount you can govern without running into trouble. And we are nowhere close to it. But the courthouse cuts the cost of governing these places in half. Which is great. Okay, so we can get a tax base that moves. Or we can get some corruption. Let's go ahead and let that move. And then, let's see, where was that? It was here. So we can force autonomy to go down. In fact, let's run around and force autonomy to go down everywhere we can. Because when autonomy goes down... Oh, wow, that's super high. Autonomy goes down, we get more manpower, we get more taxes, we get more production out of the province. Can't do that until it's cored. Right? Yeah. We've got a plague. Sure, let's lose money. Sounds good. I should say we should lose money now instead of losing money later. We really have to find a way to get our inflation under control. Like, this this series has basically become inflation, the series. Like, that's what we're at. It's just constant inflation. Okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and annex these guys. Annexation, basically, once you've got a vassal, if they like you enough, and they've been your vassal for long enough, you can absorb them into your empire, which makes all of your other pets, your other vassals, like you less. But also, you get the territory, and it uses diplomacy instead of administrative power. Yes, okay. Make state. Core all. Nice. So that gives us a Dies province. Fantastic. And I think what we want here is a marketplace. Actually, let's go around. I want... definitely marketplaces there and there. I don't think I really want farm estates. So let's go ahead and build barracks. No. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Do not build a barracks. No. You don't build anything. You just sit tight. You're doing great. You're beautiful. We love you. We want to go here. We want to build a barracks in our grain provinces. And the reason for that is that grain doesn't sell for very much. But what you can do is you can, on grain provinces, you can build soldiers' quarters, which increase how much manpower they give you for your armies. And the barracks also increases how much manpower you get. So when you add those both in the same territory, you can get quite a lot of manpower. We get a royal marriage offer from, hey, our vassal, the one that hates us, but that's fine. They're going to hate us less now, because we're including them in the royal family. Everyone marries our king and his siblings. Okay. We can invest in a new idea, but I think... Which idea is it? Oh, it's a military idea. Which is good, because tech... Like, military tech is what we're ahead on. I mean, we're not that far ahead. I think we're still probably behind Europe, but you know what? Let's go ahead and claim it. It's going to give us infantry combat ability. That's pretty good. And then that increases the yearly legitimacy of our king. And then legitimacy does a bunch of other things. It's fantastic. I love that. When can we steal land again? 27? 27. Sounds good. Got a revolt. It's okay, that revolt's right next to our capital. Now, I'm not going to take optimism, which would lower our war exhaustion, because, again, I am trying to hold out for tech. Great. There we go. Love that. Europa Universalis is very much a game of patience, where once you get things set up, there's a lot of hurry up and wait. Like, I could be constantly at war, but I don't see a need to be. We're trying to consolidate power in the area and get ready for the Europeans, who are 100% going to be colonizing soon if they're not already. Royal marriage offer, yes. Another vassal, 100% yes. Now, of course, when you annex a vassal, your other vassals hate you for 10 years, which makes it difficult to keep annexing, but that's okay. We don't need to keep annexing. I'll just power. So we can get unrest or we can lose prestige. Let's go ahead and get unrest. Because what are they going to do? Revolt? I've got a massive army sitting in Mexico. Just a massive, massive army sitting in Mexico ready to go forth and command my respect if I need to. Okay, they like me as much as they can. That's great. If I go to my subjects tab, we can now see that these guys all have some desire to leave, but none of them are over 50%, so they're all relatively loyal. We've got 200, which is the maximum possible opinion in 2 of the subjects. The other 2 are at plus 140 or above, which is pretty great. These guys, my allies, are also very much in love with me. Which, I mean, why wouldn't they be? They're able to ride my coattails on tech to stay current. We'll absorb them at some point, but there's no need to rush things. Like, I've got so many other things around me to absorb first. Our region is loyalist. We get more good news. Stability cost goes down. That's great. There we go. Let's just get the administrative tech, which is nice. And then I can run around building courthouses. You know what? Let's just make them everywhere for the sake of completeness. It's probably inefficient because some of these have no balance, but what they do is by building a courthouse, it lowers the amount of governing capacity that the territory uses, and it doesn't use a building slot. So I can just build them literally everywhere. Yep, we've got rebels. We no longer have rebels. Okay. We can do a government reform. Excellent. Okay. National unrest would go down. So just national unrest goes down. Absolutism goes up. Absolutism can be great once you get to the age of absolutism. Yearly army tradition, diplomatic reputation goes up. Diplomatic reputation is good for annexing vassals. It lets you do it faster. In some cases, it lets you do it at all once you take a reputation hit for annexing a vassal. Okay, so all of the estates get more loyal. They gain a little bit of influence. we gain more governmental reform progress. That could be solid. Stability losses go down, and we don't lose stability on monarch death. We can't become a republic because we don't have stability of at least 2, and I don't really want to be a republic. Republics are interesting, but I don't want to be like the Republic of Aztecs. No. Install theocratic government. Need stability of at least 2. It'll give you a diplomat. Interesting. Do I want to be a theocracy? Huh. I don't think I want to be a theocracy. Army tradition decay. Let's keep my army tradition up. Let's go ahead and do let's go for absolutism. I'm gonna go with royal decree. I don't get to do absolutism very often. Let's go ahead and do it. And then let's see, plus... Okay, so +2 is the most we can get. I am feeling morale of armies. Keeps them in the fight longer. That works very well for me. Zealots have risen up, but they've risen up in Kalima. I think they're already gone? Like, they just rise up and then instantly get gibbed by, they're just insta-gibbed by the underling. Okay. We can get local unrest and higher production efficiency for 20 years at the expense of 2 corruption plus higher taxes. Oh, I like that. Or they can lose loyalty. No, let's take this and just take the corruption hit. That's fine. I've got tons of money to work on corruption. Don't mind that at all. Like, yeah, I don't mind. Oh, we've got so much inflation. We need to figure out how to get rid of the inflation. Like, once I get my next, yeah, next tech? Do I even wait that long? I don't know, I might just have to spend every admin point to lower inflation for a while. Let's go ahead and improve relations here just to keep them above 200. So that if it drops below 190, you stop annexing them. So keeping it above 200, just kind of permanently, even when it doesn't provide a benefit, will keep us stable. There we go. We've got separatists. We don't mind that. We can get bonus yearly tradition. Sounds good to me. Increase manpower recovery speed. Great. Oh, they took control of the province. That means they're going to have more separatists rise up. That's okay. Going to maintain our diplomat there. It'll become free once we fully annex the state. Like, it doesn't matter. We get local unrest or bonus. Nope, local unrest. All that happens is they create armies. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind having to put down rebel armies. I've got a massive standing army that otherwise wouldn't be doing anything. So we might as well. We can build markets in a number of places where I don't really feel like markets. We can build workshops. Oh yeah, on dyes, 100%. And you know what? Let's do it on textiles too. I could build temples. I mean, they don't give me much money, so I'm not gonna bother. Temples are really only good early game and only if you have a lot of development. They're huge in, like, Europe, but they're not that great otherwise. Religion. All my provinces have the state religion. Fantastic. Did I miss a cycle with my... I did. That's okay. Let's go ahead and summon the diet. These guys want me to build a manufactory in Tizapan. Where is that? So you guys want me to build a farm estate, which doesn't do much for me. So we're gonna go with no. The Pochtecas want me to increase production in Tlacopan. What's Tlacopan? Tlacopan. Your gold mine. Which would increase our reliance on gold. We're not doing that. Okay, so these guys, they want me to raise taxes in Tlacopan. Okay, fine. Which uses admin. Okay. Jeez. Okay, fine. We'll build a farm estate. Whatever. It's not optimal, but you know what? We're just going to do it anyway. It's fine. Everything is fine. We're just going to do that. We're going to seize land. Boom. Get us up to 90%. Crown land. It is in my hands and my hands alone. Okay. We can have 6 more troops. I'm feeling we need more cannon. Can you house them here? Not quite. So let's get these 2 guys. Set them over to the next zone. And we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets us quite a few cannon. There we go. And oh look, we now have a negative budget. I mean, most of that negative budget is coming because we're rooting out corruption, which is very expensive for me to get the kind of corruption reductions that I'm seeing now. But it's fine. You know what? It's okay. That is all right. And we will see what our inflation looks like once we have this under control. We're not losing that much money. Okay. We got some uprisings. Not that it matters. Yeah, see, now that we're down to 0 corruption, we're back to a positive budget. Told you, it was going to be super easy. The problem is going to be getting our inflation under control. And to do that, I think we mostly just need to diversify our economy. Okay, so we can lower costs by 35% by finishing innovative ideas, which gives us a lot of, like, because of how expensive advisors are, that would give us quite a bit of income. But we don't need income right now. What we need is tech and inflation reduction. So we are going to hold off on the idea for now for tech, at least for both of these. Hey, there we go. So now that we've integrated that, a secondary army, we get their army basically for free. This is Hills. Hills isn't terrible for a fortress, but like it's kind of out of the way. It doesn't seem strategically important to me to keep that fortress, so let's not pay the upkeep on it. Okay. We can get more sailors. Yeah. And before I change anything, our inflation was 0.32 from our reliance on gold mines. Now that it's June, it's still 0.32 from our reliance on gold mines. Not helping. Okay. Well, nice. Now, you guys like me. What's my... Yeah, my diplomatic reputation is +1 minus 3. But we do have a +1, and having a +1 means that I can annex this vassal as well. It'll just be slower. So let's do that. And we're going to... On June 2nd, or July 2nd, there we go. We're going to improve relations. Nice. Now, the negative for annexing vassals is equal whether you've annexed one vassal or two. So you might as well annex two. Like, I might as well just swallow them up. It gives me more relations that I can have, which is good, because then I can make more vassals to then swallow. It's a delightful cycle. Our truce has ended. Do I have claims on these guys? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Dear readers, I have claims on these guys and an open relations slot. You know what that means. Maybe you don't. It means that we are going to go annex there. Annex them. Okay, they have troops this way. So let's do this. Wait, I can't. Because I've got a regent. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put some spies in here. Non-stop regents is awful luck. Yeah, that's fine. When can I seize more lands? Because that's the only thing I can really do. Oh, right, you wanted a manufactory, which we're working on. When can we seize more land? 1533? Oh, okay, that's fine. So I guess we're just going to sit here and wait. Again. Because we've got a regent. And there's not really... Hey. They want to... They've declared war. They want to conquer these guys. They want me to join. And if I don't join, then we lose prestige and we gain negative reputation, which will stop us from being able to annex the people that we're annexing. So let's go ahead and accept. So now we're at war, and I think that if I get there fast enough, I might be able to be the one who gets the territory. I don't know. We'll see. Royal marriage has ended. That's all right. Oh, we can make courthouses. We are out of money. Somehow, we are out of money. How are we out of money? Well, maybe it has something to do with all of my inflation. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's go back to buildings. And we're going to not make these. We're going to keep that money. Yeah. So yep. And then if I go this way... Wow, we're losing a lot of money every month. Okay, so you know what? You guys can go home. Who all is on the opposing side? Oh, I didn't even see them over there. That's adorable. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get this. Nice. So now we can get a heavy ship, and we can get a better light ship than the light ships that we currently have. So let's go ahead and delete these guys. because they are now worthless. And let's see, what's our maximum number of ships? 14. Sure, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and build some ships. They cost what? 23.7 because of our inflation. Yeah, let's hold off. Free diplomatic power, I'll take that. Okay, so they've accepted peace. So I am no longer at war. And they just took that one territory. I love that. Okay, yep, we got a royal marriage offer, that's great. They want to move through our land, that's fine as well, don't mind. They can lose that, that's okay. 1533, yep, okay, alright. Short war. But then again, they basically had me come in and fight it for them. Normally I would choose to let them just fight the war on their own and then not give the military access to limit their growth. Plus it would be a way to break the alliance, and then I just don't accept a royal marriage from them. But I'm trying to integrate these guys so I can free up another relationship slot, and I want to keep the diplomatic reputation up. So that's why we did this the way we did. Who is that? Oh, it's these guys. Sure. Let's support some rebels with money that I don't have because of my fricking inflation. So much inflation. We can invest in tech. This tech? Yes. I am not ahead of time in technology. Great. None of my... Yeah, so this means that we are behind Europe. I don't know how far behind Europe, but we are behind Europe, and that's not good, because they're going to show up, and it's going to be a problem. But hey, we're at least at 9s in all of them. Let's maintain that diplomat until they are fully annexed, and then we'll get both diplomats back. My claims on Shahatland ends... Oh, yeah, we got 12 years. That's fine. So let's fabricate a claim on this. And we need 30. And then we can fabricate a claim on their final province and completely encircle my ally. Sounds great to me. We're also going to start fighting this inflation seriously, because it is very much a problem. Peasants. Oh, huh. We've got exiled armies. We can build a marketplace. Sure. Let's build a marketplace. There we go. Send these guys home. We can get a military idea. Increases our cavalry. Very good. Wow, fighting inflation is so expensive right now. Is there any possible way? Oh, you've got inflation protection. Okay, so we're gonna lower how much points we get in order to change this from 0.32 increase per year to 0.22 increase per year. And then so we're currently gaining 7 a month. So it takes basically 11 months to lower it by a whole 2%. Okay, so that means that basically I'll have no admin gain at all per year, which is awful. But we'll be able to lower our inflation by about 1.7% per year, which will slowly get us back where we need to be. But it will set us behind on tech. I'm not particularly happy about it, but I don't have much of a better option. Okay, so they built their manufactory. That's great. We have separatists rising up, and my... Who is this? My neighbors are fighting them for me? I don't mind my neighbors fighting my volts. That's beautiful. Heck yeah. Let's keep lowering that inflation. Just keep the inflation going down. And how much is the inflation now? 0.22? Yeah. Okay. It's not wonderful, but what you gonna do? I don't know. Merchant defects. Okay, so we can gain one mercantilism, or we can lose a mercantilism to get efficiency for 10 years. Let's go ahead and take mercantilism. Mercantilism is very good economically later if you don't have colonies. And I can't have colonies. I'm the Aztecs. Sure, ship durability. Why not? Give us also our manpower recovery speed. Very nice. When can I seize land? Now. Sounds great. So let's raise their their loyalty. They want me to conquer these guys. Sounds wonderful. Absolutely, I will do that. And then we will immediately seize land, getting us to 88%. Because we currently have 4 out of 5, right? And now we have the conquest war cause against these guys. These guys are allied. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, they are allied with my allies, which means that when I attack them, it's going to break the alliance with my allies, which is perfect because I'm now at the size where I can conquer my allies, because they're going to be like right in the middle of my territory. Oh, this is wonderful. We are going to. We're going to crush these guys once our king is of age, which will be in 4 years. That's rough. We have... Oh, well, there's the other thing about where our money's going. Jeez, we can't support this much of a military. You know what? Let's just go ahead and delete this. And delete this. And that should solve our money problems. Yeah, that solves our money problems quite nicely. We still have admin issues, and we still have inflation issues, but at least we have fewer money problems. Yeah, no, we are 100% going to get bonus stability, because our king's going to die again, because our king always dies again, because our king just hates life. Our king, we've had a series of kings, and they have all hated life. I don't know what it is. It is rotten luck, but there we have it. That is just how it goes. Now, unfortunately, let's go ahead and leave this alone. Wait, if I say I want to build this, not in any of those provinces now. And we do want to build this. In a workshop? Nope, not really. Not in fish provinces. That sounds awful. Oh, yeah, we are. Huh, you have no money. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so you know what? That is going to be it for this episode of Prepping for Columbus. That was the, this is Columbus Day Friday, so 4 days after Columbus Day. And I think 4 episodes of this might be all that we do if people don't leave comments saying they like it. If you are liking it, please do leave a like and a comment, hit the subscribe button, all that wonderful stuff. If you have other suggestions of games that you'd like to see me play, I can go back to Against the Storm. I've got Against the Iron Storm prepped again. I'm all the way back up to Viceroy, you know, the old impossible difficulty. If we want to continue that run, I've got Rogue Tower, which has some recent updates. I've got other games that we can check out. Plus, I've got other types of videos coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. But if you have any ideas of games you'd like to see me play or explain, please go ahead and put comments down below. I would love to see you. Remember, if you're seeing this on YouTube, you can catch me live on Twitch on Friday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're seeing this on Twitch, you probably already know you can see these on YouTube. I cut it all up into videos that are just over an hour, and we post it all there, so you can catch up on all the games you've seen me play in the past if you like listening to my voice, listening to my explanations, and the general excitement that I have. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. I've been the Dread Canary. I know these are long videos. I appreciate you sticking with me. I hope to see you in the next one. Have yourself a great day.